All right, good morning. It is a beautiful morning in mid-July here. This season has been amazingly cool and moist, and things like the marionberries there in the background are about 3 weeks delayed. Lovely patch of bolting lettuce. Don't look at the lettuce. Anyway, that's a devil's eared lettuce that I'm going to go let to seed and collect the seeds for planting next year. It's a really old French heirloom, but I'm excited about it. It's really tasty, great overwintering. Anyway, we are here to talk about peas. So this is what remains of my pea patch. There are these nice tall Carlin peas here that are still green. And then we have these wild peas of Umbria over here that are brown and dried. And so let's start with the Carlins. These I planted really late. It was like May or so that when I got around to putting them in the ground. It was just that it was staying so nice and cool. I went ahead and did it, knowing that I probably wouldn't get a soup pea harvest because it would take too long to grow, but I would be able to get some like fresh snap peas out of it. And lo and behold, because of the cool, let's need more coffee. Because of the cool days that we had here this summer, we actually are going to get some soup peas out of that. So you can see that the pods are plumping up quite nicely. It's all done flowering. Carlin peas have this beautiful white flower with this deep purple keel. Oh, so gorgeous. And then these wild peas of Umbria over here, the reason why they are so much more advanced in their growing is because I actually planted them in the fall and had them over winter. So these I planted back in September, October time period, allowed them to get some good growth, and then they just hung out over the winter. And they actually survived a couple of 20-degree cold snaps for us. Encounters where some of the other peas that I was attempting to overwinter died, like the Blauschwackers. So I'm hoping to overwinter these Carlins and see how that goes. So anyway, but the very exciting thing that I wanted to share with you is it looks like I have found a way to avoid that pesky pea weevil. So you can kind of see on these green ones, this isn't too good, this one here, there are these little brown spots, and that's actually where a pea weevil has come in and laid an egg in my peas. Pea weevils are notorious pests. They had them in the medieval times, and we still have them here. And then so what happens is that egg grows into a larva and it eats the pea as it continues its life cycle. The exciting thing is that these wild peas of Umbria, the ones that overwintered, I don't see any insertion spots. It's kind of hard to tell because they are so speckled inherently, but I don't really see any. We'll give them once we get them dried and threshed and stored, we'll know whether or not there's pea weevils in there. But I think we avoided it. So this is a really cool technique with this overwintering of the peas as a means of pea weevil avoidance. So I think what's happening is that the overwintered peas are being able to conduct their life cycle, grow and set fruit and develop fully before the pea weevils are out and about. Granted, this could just be a byproduct of our really cool, damp summer that we had, and maybe that changed the pea weevils' behaviors. But we do have pea weevils in the Carlins. So, and one trick to get around that is you freeze them, and that kills the egg and larva form and still allows you to utilize it and cook it without too much extra protein. If you don't treat them, then the pea weevils will continue their life cycle and you will lose most of your pea crop to the weevils. Although medieval text talks of planting pierced peas, and my guess is that pierced is the hole that the pea weevil creates. So they will still grow and continue. You're just adding to your weevil load by having them around in your garden. Anyway, happy, glorious mid-July. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Cheers.